Hey everyone, welcome back to Top 10. If you've ever flown before, you know that air travel can be a mix of excitement, convenience, and, let's be honest, a little stress. Whether you're flying for business, pleasure, or that dream vacation, there are some things you definitely should never do while flying. Trust me, these tips will make your flight safer, more comfortable, and much more enjoyable, whether you're a first-time flyer or a seasoned jet setter. Coming in at number 10, don't drink too much alcohol. Look, I get it. Airports have great duty-free shops, and sometimes you just want to relax with a drink. But excessive drinking can make you more susceptible to dehydration, jet lag, and let's be real, just being that person who's loud and disruptive. Plus, it can mess with your ability to follow important instructions from the flight attendants. Airplanes themselves dehydrate your body due to the dry air, and alcohol only compounds that. So, keep it to a reasonable amount to ensure you're comfortable, calm, and alert during your flight. Oh, and if you're drinking, remember that you're responsible for your own behavior on the flight, so don't get caught in the in-flight altercations we sometimes see on the news. At number 9, we've got a classic mistake. Don't overpack your carry-on. We all know the struggle of trying to stuff that last-minute item into an already bulging bag. But overstuffing your carry-on can cause serious problems. First, you might not be able to close the bag, which means you'll be delayed getting on the plane. Second, if your bag is too heavy or large, it may not fit in the overhead compartment, forcing you to check it last minute, which is always a hassle. Lastly, you don't want to block other passengers or make the cabin feel cramped. So, pack wisely and follow the airline's carry-on size and weight limits. Coming in at number 8, don't eat smelly or messy foods. Look, I get it. We've all been on that long flight when you're just starving and can't wait to dig into your snacks. But there's nothing worse than the person next to you unpacking a tuna sandwich or stinky cheese. Remember, the air in the cabin is circulated, and the smell of your food can spread quickly. And let's face it, no one wants to be stuck next to someone eating a stinky meal for hours. So be courteous to your fellow passengers and stick to snacks that won't leave a lingering odor or cause a mess. And at number 7, don't recline your seat without consideration. We all know how cramped airplane seating can be, but just because you have the ability to recline doesn't mean you should do it at will. If the person behind you is trying to work, eat, or simply needs space, recline responsibly. Before reclining, check with the person behind you. They may need a little more room, especially if the seat is already tight. A little extra courtesy goes a long way in keeping everyone comfortable during the flight. Next up, number 6, don't spend excessive time in the lavatory. It's cramped. It's not the most glamorous place. And let's face it, no one wants to spend more time than necessary in there. If you need to use the restroom, take care of business quickly and efficiently. Remember, there are others who need to use it too. So be courteous and avoid causing unnecessary delays for your fellow passengers. Number 5, don't neglect your personal hygiene. It's a long flight, but that doesn't mean you can let your hygiene slip. A good tip is to bring some wet wipes, hand sanitizer, and deodorant in your carry-on to freshen up during the flight. Trust me, you and your seatmates will appreciate it. A little cleanliness can go a long way to making the flight more pleasant, and it will definitely help you feel more comfortable when you arrive at your destination. At number 4, don't overload the overhead bins. Space is limited, and everyone's trying to fit their carry-on. If you've packed a massive bag, you're going to be in trouble. Be considerate and place your bag in the bin properly. And if you don't have enough space, don't try to force your bag in. Flight attendants may need to ask you to check it. Pack light and remember, space is precious up there. Here's a big one. Don't play loud music or movies without headphones. I get it, you're pumped for your in-flight entertainment, but remember, the whole cabin doesn't need to hear your playlist. Keep the volume to yourself, especially if you're watching something with a lot of action or sound effects. Pop those headphones in and be considerate of your fellow passengers' peace and quiet. And at number 2, don't forget to be courteous to your fellow passengers and flight crew. It seems simple, but sometimes, in the stress of travel, people forget that we're all in this together. Whether it's keeping your voice down, respecting personal space, or just smiling and being polite to both your fellow passengers and the hardworking flight crew, small gestures can make a huge difference. Flying can be stressful, but kindness goes a long way. A little courtesy can turn a stressful flight into an enjoyable experience for everyone on board. At number 1, don't block the aisle during boarding or disembarking. It's tempting to rummage through your bag, try to pull out a snack, or adjust your jacket when you're boarding or getting off the plane. But blocking the aisle slows everything down and frustrates your fellow passengers. Make sure you're ready to go when it's your turn. Keep your things stowed and only move when it's your row's turn to board or deplane. A little consideration goes a long way, and it makes the experience smoother for everyone. And that wraps up our list of the top 10 things you should never do while flying. Hopefully, these tips will help you become a more informed, considerate, and stress-free traveler. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more top 10 content. What's the most annoying thing someone's done on your flight? Let us know in the comments below. Safe travels, and remember, next time you're in the sky, you'll know exactly what to do and what not to do.